In this episode of Raising Wildlife, Kylie must find Major to ensure he's ready to be released back into the wild. Ruth is concerned Rocky has not been eating. This means he might not be released. Rachel's 16-year commitment to her gentle giant changed her life. We start in KwaZulu-Natal, a coastal province in South Africa. Also known for its beaches, mountains, and vast wildlife. Crow, a rehabilitation centre focused on rehabilitating and releasing wildlife back into the wild, like this Grey Duiker, Major. His caretaker, Kylie, has overseen his rehabilitation.
I'm Kylie Hawkins. I'm a junior clinic nurse here at Crow. At Crow, our mission is to help injured and orphaned wildlife, get them into a rehab program, and eventually see them back into the wild where they belong. Right, so we're here at the baby antelope enclosure. Here to check on my Grey Duiker Major. He's ready for release tomorrow, so I just want to make sure everything's still all right with him and that we're good to go.
Finding Major is going to be a challenge because Grey Duikers are prone to hiding. However, Major's keen sense already alerts him to Kylie's presence. The tall grass found in his natural habitat provides Major with a perfect hideout, which is essential in the wild.
Okay, so it's very important that I do find him because I want to make sure that everything is still 100% for tomorrow and that we can actually go ahead with the whole release. I don't seem to be very lucky with it today.
Major is naturally equipped to elude potential predators, and Kylie knows it. She needs to see that he's physically ready for release.
In preparation for his release tomorrow, it's always vital to consider what can go wrong. When catching any kind of wild animal, obviously there's risks involved. It can actually become quite a life and death situation. There he is, over there. So Major is a Grey Duiker, also known as a common duiker.
The Grey Duiker is the most popular species throughout Africa.
So Major came to us when he was about 2 weeks old. A member of public found him caught in a fence and was actually upside down. And they treated him for an infection and they gave him some good pain meds. And yeah, he's done very well since.
Kylie must consider the worst-case scenario for the capture and release of Major.
What I'm worried about is obviously him injuring himself. And obviously we're dealing with a prey species, and naturally they are a lot more prone to obviously run away.
Major can adapt to a variety of habitats, increasing his chance of survival.
So ideally we would like to catch early in the morning when it's nice and cool, or if it's an overcast day it'll work in our advantage.
Major is ready for release. It is Major's big day. It's time for his release. A little persuasion might be needed to get Major into his release box. Kylie and her assistant Andrew have arrived to start with the capture.
I'm just still a little bit concerned about the heat. It's a lot later in the day than I was hoping for. But yeah, let's see if we can do this nice and swiftly. Alright, so let's put the box on the right-hand side of the hut over there. The idea is that he's going to walk in behind the hut on the left, come around the corner, and we'll gently just encourage him into the box like that. So as quick and stress-free as possible.
The preparations are almost done. There is one more task to be completed before the capture begins.
What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to prep the box for Major's release. So I'm just going to put some leaves in there. It's going to make it feel a bit more secure for him when he enters the box. And what I've done now is I've just put some water on it because, as you can see, it's going to be a bit of a hot day today. And I just want to make sure he's got a little bit of moisture if he gets thirsty. It'll also help cool him down. Some nice branches for Major. Keep him nice and cool while he's in transit.
Kylie needs to gently persuade Major into the box.
Easy boy.
She does not want to startle him.
Yeah, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to try and keep him as calm as possible. And we're just going to try and gently nudge him into the direction of the hut.
Looks like Major is calm and ready to go in. Andrew stands ready so Major doesn't escape around the back. There he goes. Slowly does it. Wait, did something startle him? This is not good. Time is running out. Kylie blocks his way. It worked. Will he go into the release box by himself?
He's on his way. He's turning.
Kylie follows, making sure Major climbs into the box. Otherwise, she'll have to call off the release for today. A few more steps. Luckily, Kylie is following Major in. He must get in now or else.
Got up.
That was close. Now, Kylie must get on the road as soon as possible.
Easy boy.
A new safe home awaits Major.
So we've reached the destination. It's a lovely day for a release. So in front of us is Dr. Ryan van Eden. He's assisting me with the release today.
Kylie.
All right, good and yourself?
Good. How's you been doing?
He's great. The capture went so great this morning, and yeah, I'm really happy.
Good news. I think we've got a lovely little spot there in the shade where we can get him out. A bit of short grass, a bit of long grass,
Yeah,
lots of water.
I think it's going to be good. He's going to feel a bit more secure then amongst the trees. He's a heavy boy.
It is almost time for Major's release into his new environment. Kylie wants to ensure the door is facing the right way. So when the door is opened and Major makes a run for it, he runs in the right direction.
Great stuff. All right, we ready for the release? This is what it's all about. He might be a little bit shy. It's a completely new environment for him. It's all right, boy. That's what it's all about, eh? It's a really great moment to see them actually go off like this.
Major is free, returned safely back into the wild. Kylie knows Major will survive.
Everything went extremely smoothly. I was a bit worried about the weather at one point, but yeah, he's been great. He's been nice and calm, and I really couldn't have asked for a better day.